Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The DTC P0848 indicates a high circuit issue related to the transmission fluid pressure switch B, specifically for the third clutch. This error often arises from electronic issues in the transmission system, which may cause poor gear shifting and overall performance issues. The third clutch is a vital component in the automatic transmission system, utilized to shift gears smoothly by engaging and releasing during transmission operation. The pressure switch acts by monitoring the fluid levels and pressure, ensuring the proper functioning of the clutch. These components are located within the transmission assembly and are inaccessible without disassembly of some parts, which adds complexity to repairs. Accurate diagnostics necessitate the use of a Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to analyze the transmission parameters and freeze frame data associated with the error code. DTC P0848 is explicitly related to the transmission fluid pressure switch B, associated particularly with the third clutch in the automatic transmission system. The third clutch is responsible for engaging gears and modulating hydraulic pressure, which leads to optimal transitions during driving. Located within the transmission assembly, accessing this switch involves significant disassembly. The functionality of this switch is paramount as it influences the hydraulic control within the transmission. A malfunction or high circuit condition can lead to poor gear performance and erratic transmission operation. In addition, understanding the location helps in accurately diagnosing and fixing the problem. Several potential causes can lead to the P0848 error code. A faulty pressure switch itself could be the main issue. It might not transmit the correct signals due to internal damage or wear. Wiring problems could also be a culprit. Frayed, worn, or broken wires might prevent accurate voltage readings. Moreover, poor connections in the terminals may cause the voltage to short or drop intermittently, disrupting the signal. Each of these causes can create symptoms of malfunctioning gear shifts, indicating that comprehensive testing must be conducted to determine exact issues. A systematic approach is necessary to isolate the fault. Verifying each potential cause is essential to resolving the DTC. Symptoms associated with DTC P0848 typically manifest as erratic gear shifting within the Honda CRV. Drivers may experience unexpected shifts or a lack of responsiveness during acceleration, impacting overall engine performance. Additionally, an error message might appear on the dashboard indicating the malfunction, which might lead to concerns about vehicle reliability. These symptoms not only affect the driving experience, but could also lead to further mechanical issues if the underlying cause is not addressed promptly. Recognizing these signs early can assist in diagnosing the problem effectively and implementing a timely solution. For the first step in troubleshooting DTC P0848, the ignition must be turned to the on position, specifically position I. This allows the onboard vehicle systems, including the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to initialize. Once the vehicle is in this state, any existing DTCs can be cleared from the system using the HDS, allowing for a fresh assessment of the condition. Ensuring that the vehicle is securely lifted is critical for safety, as this will facilitate the next required actions within the diagnostics. It's important to ensure the front wheels can rotate freely, as this is crucial for the tests that follow. This initial setup is vital for achieving accurate readings during subsequent checks. In troubleshooting step 2, you will need to conduct a test drive in third gear for at least 2 seconds. This test helps to verify whether the transmission fluid pressure switch B is functioning as it should. Monitor the onboard diagnostics (OBD) status on the HDS to check for the DTC P0848. If the HDS indicates a failed status, That data confirms that the error is indeed present, and you should proceed to the next troubleshooting step. Alternatively, if the HDS shows a passed status, it implies that there might be an intermittent failure, potentially indicating that the system may be functioning normally at that moment. Based on these readings, you'd need to check for poor connections or loose terminals between the switch and the powertrain control module, PCM. For the third troubleshooting step, first turn the ignition switch to the lock position, which ensures all electronics are powered down for safety. Next, disconnect the transmission fluid pressure switch B, third clutch, 1P connector. Doing so allows you to measure the voltage accurately without any interference. The ignition must then be turned back to the on position, but this time, you will measure voltage between the designated test points. This test is intended to check if there is approximately 5 volts present. This value is crucial. A reading at this level usually indicates that the switch is functioning properly. If this is the case, you would replace the switch and proceed with further verification. If the voltage is not at the expected level, that leads to the next troubleshooting step. In this fourth step of troubleshooting DTC P0848, you will again ensure the ignition switch is in the lock position for safety reasons. Next, you need to jump the SCS line with the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. This process is essential for bypassing certain diagnostic checks for this specific vehicle model. After that, disconnect the PCM connector B, 49P. The next task is to check for continuity between the measured test points. This is vital to determine if there's a breakage in the wiring. You must ensure that continuity exists for the wire specified as OP3SW. If continuity is confirmed, it suggests that the wire is intact, and further action may involve updating the PCM. In contrast, if continuity is absent, this indicates that there's an open circuit in the wiring that needs to be repaired. After all repairs have been completed based on previous diagnostics, the final step is to verify everything is functioning correctly. Begin by reconnecting all connectors that were previously disconnected, ensuring they are securely attached. Then, turn the ignition back to the on position, specifically to 2, which enables the systems for another assessment. Clear the DTC using the HDS again to reset any potential stored faults. Engine warm-up is crucial to ensure that the components reach functional temperatures. Following this, conduct another test drive through varying gears and monitor the OBD status using the HDS for the DTC P0848. Depending on the results, either confirm that the repairs were successful or identify if further diagnostics is needed. Preventive maintenance is key to ensuring the longevity of the transmission system and avoiding error codes like P0848. Regularly checking the integrity of connectors can help catch any wear or corrosion early on, which can save time and money in the long run. Periodically inspecting the wiring associated with the transmission fluid pressure switch is important to ensure no fraying or wear has occurred, leading to potential shorts or failures. Additionally, it's essential to maintain proper transmission fluid levels, as low fluid may cause various issues, including incorrect pressure readings that could trigger this DTC. Addressing these aspects proactively can prevent the recurrence of such error codes and contribute to a smoother driving experience. To summarize, DTC P0848 addresses critical issues within the Honda CRV's transmission system, specifically focusing on the transmission fluid pressure switch B. Proper identification of the components and understanding their roles is key to resolving the code efficiently. Whether it's a faulty pressure switch, wiring issues, or connection problems, addressing them promptly will lead to improved vehicle performance. Maintaining your transmission components through regular diagnostics ensures the health of your vehicle's operational capacity. By prioritizing these preventive measures and adhering to a systematic troubleshooting process, it is possible to avoid future complications and ensure a reliable driving experience. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.